Welcome back to a brand new episode of our Let's Talk NBA series. Today we are continuing the series talking about the Detroit Pistons. The Pistons last season did not have a great year. They were one of the worst teams in the league, or actually the worst team in the NBA at 14 and 68 losses. They went on and fired their head coach Monty Williams. I don't know if that was a smart hire for one, giving him all that money. I think they gave him 5 years, a large amount of money, a very long contract with a big chunk of money, over $100 million a year, or not a year, but over $100 million contract. And they fired him this off season, and then they went and hired JB Bookerstaff from, I'm pretty sure he was in Cleveland. He just got fired. And so they went and picked him up, which I found was, again, interesting. Granted, I don't know if he should have been hired from Cleveland, but it is what it is. But here's the thing. They will be bad again, I think. I think there's no way they jump from, the worst team in the league to a playoff spot. I just don't think they have enough talent or developed talent at that point. I think they will improve, but they won't be the worst team in the league, but they definitely will not be in the playoffs yet. I think maybe, yesterday. Next year we could see them get into that realm of the playoffs, but right now I don't think they are good enough for that. They went and picked up and overpaid for Tobias Harris, like every team in the NBA does. But he brings some veteran leadership there to that team, and hopefully he can provide. Some wisdom and knowledge to those kids and help them figure it out. But looking at their players, the main ones anyway, they still have Isaiah Stewart. They have Jaden Ivey, who needs to really work, but they need to really make him one of the primaries on offense when it comes to the 6-man role. I would love to see him as a 6-man off the bench, getting 20 plus minutes a night, being able to be that guy off the bench, first guy to come in and make an impact whenever Cade's out, whenever whoever's out. He needs to be that first guy in, and he needs to have the ball in his hand. He needs to be like Cam Thomas in Brooklyn, I think. Give the kid the ball, let him go to work, let him figure it out. We saw it so many times last season where he got the ball, where he played those big games that Cade were out, and he can be explosive. But Monty Williams did not believe in him, so hence why I think the firing happened for Monty as well, because he wasn't developing their young talent the way they needed to be. Like I said, he needs to be secondary to Cade. He needs to be the 6-man, and he can arguably be the 6-man of the year if he can accept that role, and they can give him that role to really flourish inside of it. Thompson, he came from the G League Ignite last season with his twin brother, who's in Houston. Those two guys have defensive threats. Hopefully he can get going and find his feet like his brother has did last season. They also went and picked up Tim Hardaway. Sorry, brain just zoned out. Tim Hardaway Jr. Again, veteran leadership, just like Tobias Harris. They can help this team really see themselves for the future. They can help this team really see themselves and what they can potentially be in a couple years from now. A lot of teams right now are mimicking the Thunder, the Rockets, the way their youth program is set up. So can they continue to do that? I don't know if they can, but I'll be definitely excited to watch them grow and help that team develop with their veteran leadership. Again, Mikal Beasley as well. He is one of those role players who knows how to do his job. He also knows how to help develop those young players, and I think he can help those guys a lot this season and going into the next 2 or 3 years. I don't think they're going to be great in the East. I think maybe a couple years from now they can definitely be a playoff team. But right now, I don't think they can. No one thinks they can be a playoff team. Davion, I think he needs, again, to be consistent. He played big minutes from them last season. He can definitely be a 20 and 10 type player in the league, and they need to make him a 20 and 10 type player in this league. There's too many big men in the NBA that aren't good enough to be that 20 and 10 big man. Let him accept that role. Let him do it, because he can do it. He can be a 20 and 20 type player. And so hopefully they can get him going. this team just needs more time to gel together. This team just needs more time to grow. This team just needs more time to be smart and develop. And I think they will over the next couple of years, and we will watch that. They went and drafted Ronald Holland the second from G League Ignite. He's a rookie. He was pretty good for that team, for the G League Ignite team last year. Can he come in and make a difference alongside Jaden Ivey? I think he can. Hopefully, we can see this team start to click and gel. I know it's the preseason in the NBA, but then they didn't look that good. But, that's just preseason. Can these guys come out and get 20, 30 wins this season? Potentially. But right now, 14 wins is not good enough for a program and for an NBA franchise. So let me know how y'all think about that down in the comments. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. And I've been your host, Davion, for the postgame. Peace.